characters that we've had. I finished, oh, my earbuds are in. I actually started this a couple weeks ago and just keep forgetting that I'm reading it because it's terribly boring. Welcome to a vlog on a fall day that rudely feels too much like summer. I have picked up Amari, so I'm still reading Red Country, but I had to put it down because I have a discussion coming up in a few days with two of my friends. By the time this vlog is posted, the discussion video will already have been posted on this channel, on the vlogging channel. So check that out if you haven't already. If you have any interest, that'll be for book 1, but we're recording the discussion for books 1 and 2 at the same time. So I need to get this read here in the next few days. So I put down Red Country so I can make sure to be prepared for the discussion. So I'm almost halfway through Amari and the Great Game. Yeah, in the Great Game, which is book 2 in the Amari and the Knight Brothers middle grade series. So if you're unaware, it's a very nostalgic feeling middle grade story that's also very much its own, very unique to itself, but has a lot of those elements that I love in middle grade. It's, you know, this young girl who her brother has disappeared, he's gone missing, and she's determined to figure out what's happened to him. And then she gets a message, and it turns out that the leadership camp that he goes to every summer is actually a magical school, and he's nominated her to take part in this school. She goes, and it turns out that there's some things about her that make her be an outsider in this magical school. So as she's learning to use her magic and as she's learning about this whole world, there's also a lot of conflict. And I love it, and it's very like that sort of Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, Nevermore sort of style, as well as a very heavy Men in Black influence. So book 2, I'm enjoying it so much. So we had the conflict, we had everything that was going on in book 1, and then in book 2, sorry, I just saw something that I underlined and I wonder what it was. And in book 2, we're back to the school again, and there's new characters, there's characters that we've had. Was that not directed at me?
You're not seeing me.
Holy cow, you scared me. So in this new book, there's new characters that are now major players. There's characters that played huge roles in the last book that are playing very different roles in this book. It's a wild ride. The world is getting expanded. There's a new conflict in the plot, which I won't tell you about because it contains spoilers for the first book, but there's also some internal conflicts happening, like Amari's best friend who got accepted into a college early, and so now she's potentially leaving, and there's that whole internal struggle of like, she's kind of my safe space, she's kind of like one of the only people I have on my team, and now she's gonna be leaving. And Amari is just a character that I love so much. She is such a she's a character that I feel like around every corner she's doing her best to do what feels right by herself and the people around her. And even when she makes mistakes, she is just like, she'll own that, and she'll continue to move forward. And I just think that she's such a wonderful lead to this story. Like I said, it is middle grade, so there's some, you know, if you're not into middle grade, you're not into middle grade, but I feel like it's just such a nice breather between some more intense books that I tend to read, and Amari just hits me just right. Like, these stories, they just hit me just right. I've read some middle grade that I felt okay about. I've read some that I've really, really enjoyed, and this definitely goes in the enjoy category. And where I am right now with the introduction of the games that they're doing, with the introduction of these new conflicts, with the introduction of these internal conflicts, there's so much that's happening in this book, and I'm just loving so many elements to it. I'm just really enjoying it. So I'm gonna probably finish this up here in the next couple of days and then get back to Red Country. And that's the clip. That's what we have to say. Sorry if this was really dark, I don't know why. read, I finished, oh, my earbuds are in. I finished Amari, book 2, and I loved it. I enjoyed it even more than book 1. It was, B.B. Alston did so much in just a few pages. I mean, it was like 500 pages. 420-ish pages. He did so much. So much happened plot-wise, so much happened internal conflict-wise, so much happened to expand the world, and I enjoyed it. It was really, really good. As far as, you know, new favorite series, Amari is not a new favorite series for me, but I am enjoying reading it so much, and I'm so excited for book 3. I have already recorded a discussion video with Gavin and Amber Elise for books 1 and book 2. So book 1 will be live by the time you see this vlog. Book 2 discussion will be up the following week, and we all really enjoyed it and we had a really good time discussing it. It's just such a unique yet nostalgic feeling story. It kind of hit both of those so well, and I think Amari is such an inspiring character. I love reading about her and how she handles all the situations around her. I love Quentin. There's some really, really good quotes in here too. Oh yeah, that's kind of a spoiler though. But I quoted the quote that I was going to read to you. I quoted in the video discussion, so you'll see it there. But oh man, good time, just for like a breather, and a quick, fun middle grade adventure. I really enjoyed it. I'm back to Joe Abercrombie though. I've just hit part 3 in Red Country, and man, I am so enjoying seeing how much has changed since I've last seen some of these characters. So in the new characters that are introduced, I'm really, really enjoying, or not enjoying anymore because Joe's a meanie to my characters that I like. Anyway, and then some old characters that I haven't seen in a while, and they've changed so much. But yeah, I understand why people say that this is not his best in his series, because the plot is so slow moving, and because there are definitely some parts of the story that are not as engaging. But the characters, man! The characters and the humor and the relationships and just the real, like, sometimes things don't go the way that you would narratively expect them to go, because this is real life, baby, and real life hurts sometimes. And it's not real life, it's fiction, but he makes it feel like real life. I don't know. There's a lot going on here, and I'm into it. Ooh, that was a really quick update. Wow, look at me being efficient with my time. Red Country. I really enjoyed it. I think I let the fact that a lot of people consider this one of his weaker books, and the fact that it's a Western, I think I let that get in my head a little bit too much, and I pushed it off longer than I should have. Yes, it is a Western. Yes, I don't know that I would call it his weakest. I think I liked this better than The Heroes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, it may not be peak Abercrombie, but it's still Abercrombie, you know what I mean? So it's still well worth the read. The plot, I would say, is, I mean, plot has never been his strong suit, and while I do feel like there's a very focused plot in this one, I don't know that it's the most interesting plot he's ever done, but I think the characters are fantastic. Being able to see some of my favorite characters come back into the story and see where they are now and how much they've changed. Some characters that are trying to change their life for the better, and others who have spiraled into the worst version of themselves. Just really fascinating character changes. going on in this book, plus the new characters, I really, really enjoyed. Shy, our kind of protagonist, or one of the protagonists, I mean, it's hard, she's pretty much the main person that we follow. I thought she was great. I thought she was really easy to follow. I totally got down with her motivations. Her relationship with her stepfather, I think he is, with Lamb, was amazing to read. I don't know, I really liked all the characters. I mean, I enjoyed what Abercrombie did with the characters, even the characters that crumbled and are not what I knew them as. I appreciate what he did. A lot less action in this book than I'm used to seeing from him, but still the action that was there was fantastic, like always. Still the great banter and the great humor. It's still Abercrombie, you know? Like, it's still Abercrombie. I thought it was great. I'm excited to get into A Little Hatred, which is commonly thought of to be, this trilogy is like his best. So, super excited to get into that. So that's what I've read. Oh, I should probably gather some books for a thumbnail. You don't need to concern yourself with that. I have started 2 more books. I actually started this a couple weeks ago and just keep forgetting that I'm reading it because it's terribly boring. So I really, really need to read this, make it a focus. So I'm telling you so that I have some accountability. And then I did that discussion with Amari, with Gavin and Amber Elise, and I bought this, Monday Is Not Coming, on Amber Elise's recommendation because she loves this book. And I bought it a couple months ago, but having that discussion with her, chatting with her, I was like, oops, I might be starting another book that was not on the plans to read this month. But it's such a great opening. This is the opening line. This is the story of how my best friend disappeared, how nobody noticed she was gone except me, and how nobody cared until they found her 1 year later. I know what you're thinking. How can a whole person, a kid, disappear and no one say a word? Like if the sun just up and left one day, you'd think someone would sound an alarm, right? But Ma used to say, not everyone circles the same sun. I never knew what she meant by that until Monday went missing. So this is the very beginning. I don't know too much about it, but it's the story about this girl and her best friend, her number one everything, you know, we do everything together, she's my life best friend disappeared, and nobody really noticed or cared, and it just turned her life upside down. That's all I know about the story yet. I've only read 1 chapter, but I'm already completely hooked, and since I've been reading so many feel-good books this month, I feel like these 2 books are enough of a I say that after I just finished Red Country. I feel like these 2 are enough of a stark difference from what I've been reading that it's gonna be a good choice for me. So that's what I'm actively reading right now. Oh my goodness, I forgot to tell you that I read more Vinland Saga. Actually, I just finished the second arc in Vinland Saga, and can I tell you, I loved it more than the first arc. And the first arc was like, holy cow, this is one of my new favorites, which I know I'm only reading like the biggest manga right now since I'm new, but the first arc was phenomenal. And then I go into the second arc, and from the jump, it's like, oh, this is doing something different and something amazing. And now I'm done with the second arc, and oh my goodness, it was incredible. I enjoyed it even more than the first arc. So it's getting a video. I know I was kind of on the fence about, do I continue to make Vinland Saga videos? Do I wait until the anime comes out? I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this one. So these are the books that I read this week. These are the books that I've begun. Chat with me more, please, about any and all of them in the comments. I post videos every Tuesday and Thursday on this channel, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on the main channel, which is linked in the description. I'll see you again soon. Bye.